this is Teeth and Water. I'm Matic and we are going through crocodilian attacks from 1950 to present, mostly saltwater crocodiles, Nile crocodiles, and some of the muggers and American alligator attacks. Let's get started with the first one. We go to some isolated creek in South Darwin, Northern Territory, Australia. The date of this attack is early October 1990. Lena Pangquee, she is 55 years old and she is on a camping or fishing trip with her husband, 55-year-old, and her son Peter, 35-year-old. So for the context, we must say that her husband had some health problems, had a stroke years ago, and one part of his body doesn't really work well. So again, that's for the context. We go to this location, they came there, they pitched a 13-foot square mosquito tent 10 meters from the river's edge. That's about 30 feet. The tent was facing the river, and at daytime they had some fun, they were fishing, and now it's nighttime, 7:30 p.m. They went to sleep. So when they were sleeping, the position in the tent, the dad was the closest to the opening, and then was Lena, and Peter was kind of 90 degrees at their feet laying. So Lena's heard some commotion in the bushes and in the water, so she thought a wild boar was drinking water, but when she lifted herself up on the elbows and looked across the husband that was sleeping towards the opening, that was a 4-meter crocodile just running straight for the tent, for the opening, and she instinctively flung herself across the husband towards the crocodile, and the crocodile grabbed her by the torso. Now the crocodile grabs her by the torso, and Peter the son decided to start punching and gouging its eyes. And he said that he stuck a finger about an inch deep in the eye socket of the crocodile. And then the crocodile released Lena, hinged on his back legs, spun around, and disappeared into the water. Everything settled down. Lena was badly injured. She was bleeding from her torso. Her ribs were crushed. They punctured lungs and liver. So she had really bad internal bleeding. Husband and Peter get her in the car into the first village, used one working phone, called the aeromedical, and flung her to the Royal Darwin Hospital. Now, in the middle of the night, Dr. Phil Carson get a call. You have to perform an emergency surgery. So for this surgeon, actually, this was his first patient that was attacked by a crocodile, and he had to perform 2 operations until Lena was stable. She did survive. That was a non-fatal attack by a 4-meter saltwater crocodile. And we move on. Now for our second attack, we go again to Northern Territory, Australia, now in Finnish River. The date is also October, now 33 years later, 2023. Colin Deveraux, he is mid-60 male. He's a cattle farmer, and he saw this billabong, Australians call it, stagnant body of water that river left, usually murky brown, lot of biological contaminants like bird droppings. He picked a rod, go towards this body of water, start fishing, and he saw that some fishes act kind of strangely, step to this billabong's edge, when a 10-footer erupted from the water, salty, 3.2 meter long, grabbed him by his right leg, dragged him a little bit into the water. Colin started kicking with the left leg. This crocodile, it was actually a few seconds. When he kicked it a few times, he accidentally fell strangely near the crocodile's jaws, and when he suddenly saw that his jaws was basically in front of his eyes, he decided to take a bite of this crocodile, and he picked the right spot and bite him on the softest part of this crocodile's head, and it's the eyelid. He said that it was kind of a feeling, kind of a leathery, and the crocodile released him immediately. Kind of confused the crocodile for a second, just the right amount of time that Colin got himself out of the water, started running towards the car, and he saw the crocodile was actually following him about 4 meters or 13 feet behind him, but then, you know, departed. He said, okay, enough for me. So kind of a strange encounter, but Colin got into hospital, didn't have so minor injuries. He had some infections. They had to open his leg quite, I think, 10 times to flush out the infections. And at first he didn't have any sensation in his right foot there where he was bitten. But 1 month after the recovery in hospital, he has his, you know, nerves back, and everything was, I would say, not 100%, but he said that his leg was again functional. But yeah, quite a lucky encounter, but it was a definite territorial attack. Colin got in his territory, and you know, crocodiles, especially salties, are really aggressive when they come to their space, their territory that they claim. Non-fatal and territorial nature attack by 3-meter saltwater crocodile. We move on to our last attack. And for our third and final attack, we go to Lake Mary Jane. This is in Moss Park, Orlando, Orange County, Florida, USA. The date is 7th of May 2017. Juliana Ossa is 10-year-old girl. She's visiting this Moss Park with her family. They had a quite nice fun day, had some shows in Gatorland, and now it's 2:30 p.m. They were in this designated swimming area, lifeguard on duty, when Juliana was in waist deep water or knee deep water, it said, about 30 feet from shore, and she got suddenly attacked by American alligator, 2.7 meter or 9 feet in length. Got her on the lower part of the left leg, so calf area. Firstly, Juliana started punching this gator. It didn't do anything for gator, didn't flinch. Then she stick 2 fingers in both of the nostrils of the gator, and that gator released her. She was pulled to the shore by a lifeguard, helped her up, treated her wounds, minor injuries to the front of the knee and the back of the leg, lower leg, so calf area. And Juliana got released from the hospital the next day with 10 stitches. So it was a non-fatal. I wouldn't say it was predatory nature. Also, I wouldn't say it was territorial, maybe a feeding nature attack where gators there associate people with food, but I can't really say. So yeah, this is the story of Juliana Ossa and 2.7 meter alligator. Thank you for watching, and if you like this kind of videos, please like and subscribe, and we see you on the next one.